Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. Hope you all are doing great. My name is Venkat and today we are going to see how to use Google Sheets to perform basic computation, uh, basically the calculations needed. And here today I would like to take the example of how to calculate man hours for a project to be completed. And here we go. So let's start off. So let's go for an example. So we have a project, and that project has a volume of, let's say, about 6 lakh tasks. Okay, so let's call it total project tasks. All right. Okay, my bad. Okay, and now we have a target deadline to complete this project. I mean, this tasks of 6 lakhs to be completed. Let's say within the target is within 3 months. Okay, so let me make it as completion completion time in months. Okay, so that's the target. And yeah, and then so now there are certain given items in the project which cannot be changed. For example, the total number of tasks we have is 6 lakhs, and the amount of time to be completed is within 3 months, and the number of working days working days in a week. Yeah, the number of working days, let's go by 5 working days. Okay, as most of the times it goes. And number of working hours in a day would be, let's go by typically, yes, 8 hours, excluding the break. Okay, now we need to compute or calculate the total number of total headcount required to complete this task. So now for that, first we need to calculate the total number of available hours which we have as per the deadline given. So in order to do that, so let's write it. So now let's write computation of total available work hours. Okay, and yes, so now the formula to complete the total available work hours will be so the total number of the total number of work hours would be total time given to complete the project, that is number of days into weeks per day, weekdays per work days per week into work hours per hour. So let's say total work hours or total available work hours for us to complete the task will be total time given to complete the project into work days per week, which is 5 in our case, and then work hours per day, which will be work hours per day, which will be 8 hours. So work days per week would be 5 days, and work hours per day would be 8 hours. So now let's put it in a more structured way. So the total time available So now I would like to write it in the formula wise so that we would understand how to do the computation, which is very basics of the arithmetic operators which are to be used. So I will use the equal to operator, which is basically telling the Google Sheets that we are writing a formula rather than a hard-coded text or a value. So I would like to go with the total time we have, that is 3 months. So basically when we say 3 months, I would like to calculate that into, I would like to convert that into number of days in a month. So that will be like 3 multiplied by 30 will get us like 90 days. 30 times 3, or 3 times 30 is 90, into the number of days in the week, that is 5, into the total number of work hours in a day. So this will get us the total available time in work hours. So we call them as work hours, right? So the total time available for us to complete the task in work hours is coming to 3600. Now we need to also, in order to determine the headcount required. So these are the man hours, total man hours. 3600 are the man hours which are needed, in order to complete the task. But that does not just solve the problem. So we would need to know how many headcount, how much of headcount is needed to complete this task. So let's go by computing that, and in order to complete that, compute that, we would need to know what is the task processing time, and let's compute that in hours as well. So for example, so what I mean to say here is, if a task has to be completed, first of all we should understand how much time the task would take, okay, per task out of the 6 lakh tasks which we have. So in order to find that, so in general, there are many methods which are being used, like time study analysis, or the average time which is taken to if we have the historical data of the same volume, the averages can be taken. So here I would like to show, I would like to go with an assumption of the minimum time which takes to process a particular task in this specific volume, let's say, is 10 minutes, and the maximum time it's taking is 20. So then if we have to average both of them, then that would go as you can write a manual function that is that is selecting the range by adding these both values and dividing them by 2, or you can achieve the same thing by writing even the average function as well. So you write the average formula and then select the data range, and it gives the average all automatically. So okay, looking at the average now, so we have the average. So now let's say if the average time it takes to process a single task is 15 minutes. Okay, this time is in minutes. Okay, so let's say if this is the time which it's taking, then the task processing time in hours, if it has to be computed, then we will have to put in the formula is average number of minutes per task divided by an hour, or 60 minutes is what you can say, or 60 minutes. Let me write it here. Okay, so here, so the task processing time in hours, if we have to write it, that will be is equal to, so this average which we have considered, that is 15 yeah, later on if you want we can change the values here, so that will automatically take the average from here. So average divided by 60 is what I'm putting in here, because that is a fixed number of minutes we have in an hour. So that brings it to 0.25 hours per task. Now we need to compute the required work hours in order to determine the headcount required to complete the task within 3 months. Okay, so let's write the computation of the required hours. Okay, so in order to get this, yes, so let's write the total required work hours formula. Okay, so the formula to get the total required work hours will be total number of tasks multiplied by the average time required to process the same. So in this case, so I'm again using the equal to sign, which says that I'm writing a formula, and here I'm going to take the total number of tasks which we have. That is, this is the project task which we have, and that multiplied by the average time needed to process a task. Now we are going to get the work hours when we multiply 6,000 into 6 lakhs into 0.25, that is 6 lakhs times 15 minutes is going to get us 1,50,000 hours. Now this is what is the work hours that is required. And now if we have to get the estimation of headcount required, so let's say estimated headcount needed. Oh, sorry about my typo errors. Okay, so that will be like I said, yeah, okay, so the estimated headcount would need total work hours divided by available work hours. So in this case, I would say, so let me write the formula here. Total required work hours divided by total available work hours. Okay, so if I have to calculate that, so that will be the total required work hours. I have it here in B5 divided by the total available work hours which we have. That will be 3,600 as per our earlier calculations, and we have got the estimated headcount needed to complete the task within this stipulated time. And in here, so we may have to round off the value to the next immediate, because we cannot hire a fraction of the headcount in here. So for that reason, I would use the round formula, and the rounded headcount needed will be, I use the round function, saying is equal to round of this one. If I don't give any any decimal value to what I want to round it off, it would round off to the nearest decimal number. So that will come to 42. So I hope this video helps, and please comment on how this video was helpful, or if you have any questions. And if you want me to do more videos like this, yeah, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching my video. Thank you very much.